Hi, everyone. So I think we'll start now. Then I think people will join later. I can see we are 6 of us. So I guess we can start. Yes. So first of all, thank you so much for actually heading to this call to actually get to be part of this amazing session. I know we are not many yet, but I know it's going to be life-changing for some of you. And I'm really ready to share so much of what I know. My name is Marcella Antonina, as you all know me. And I was in corporate, definitely. I was not happy there, and that's why I did not go back to corporate. And basically, I got to start my own business, my digital business. And one of the things that made me do this was actually the fact that I was just tired of the toxicity. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope sijiongeleshi. Someone in the chat, please, before you go on. Great.
We can hear you.
Thank you so much. Yes, so I was not happy, of course, with corporate, and so I wanted to embark on a different journey. And I know it's the same for some of us. I believe some of you are in 8 to 5 systems, and it can be challenging at some point. I saw a WhatsApp text from our group, someone talking about the toxicity. And yeah, it can really put you down. And I think it can really suppress you to a point where you're not trusting yourself, you're not confident in your abilities, you're giving up, and you're just doing the cycle over and over again. And so this is the reason as to why I decided not to go back, because I was just I know there's something new, and I know the system is changing, and I know we don't have to, like, there's an opportunity for us to actually get off from that system. So basically, I think I'll go through the slides. I hope you can still see my screen. And then I think afterwards we'll open an open discussion between all of us. I hope that's okay. So basically, I'll just have to introduce what basically I do. And then now we'll go to, I think, as I mentioned, the blogs themselves talk about breaking free, talk about your hidden strength, they talk about monetization. These are the 3 key things I believe we all need to have, even when you're in corporate, and you all need to understand, because as much as you want to get off, you have to have a plan. You have to have an idea. And I saw, I think, Ms. Tuku from our previous session talking about AI and all that. And I think it's a really great discussion. What I can say is that as much as, yes, we are learning these skills, AI and everything, you have to realize that all these skills are digital skills, are actually supportive of a business. I don't know whether you're getting, when you're doing AI, when you're doing web design, when you're doing social media management, all that is coming to help a business go and thrive ahead. Because now the business is no longer the physical businesses. Now we are going to a digital aspect of things. Businesses are going digital, and that's exactly why I felt the need to actually start what I started, because this is me trying to push people in corporate out and let you know that there are opportunities. You don't really have to spend definitely you have to invest time there so that you can be able to come up with something at least tangible. But again, the digital space is now making it possible for you to be able to jump off really easily. And so basically, this is why I began Strength Up. As you can see my screen, it's Strength Up Hub. This is a digital business I actually founded, and it's based on basing on turning your strength into a digital business. And this is why I was saying, as much as we are talking about the skills, at the end of the day, if you want to jump from corporate, if you really want to be your own boss, you have to look in the line of a digital business. And all these aspects of skills are things that will not push your digital business in front. I don't know whether you're getting, because as much as you're doing as people will tell you, do web design, do social media management, all these things are things that are pushing your business forward. All these are, let's say, they are foundations. Okay, they're literally the arms to push the digital business forward. So basically, our minds should be more focused on building a digital business. And personally, I believe that we're all strong at something. We all have a certain gift. We all have a certain thing that we do best as opposed to other people. And so that's why I felt the need to have Strength Up, where you turn your strength into a digital business. And so our subtopic today is breaking free, your hidden strengths and monetization, as we said earlier on. So again, thank you so much for actually being part of this. I really do not take you for granted. I do not take your support for granted. I do not actually take your presence in the group for granted. I do appreciate each and every one of you. So basically, as I had mentioned, the key takeaways from our recent blogs, I believe all of us went through the blogs that I'd sent, were basically in line to breaking free, in line to our hidden strengths, and in line to monetization. So I'll basically just go over a bit of what exactly the blog was actually talking about. And so basically the importance of leveraging our strengths was one of the key things that I believe you're able to see from those blogs. And also the shift from traditional employment to actually strength-based monetization. So one of the key things I need you to understand is that when you're working in your strength, when you're working at the level of your strength, you're really giving your best, and you're really, okay, of course you have competition, yes, but you're really putting yourself out there, and that's what is actually needed. When you give yourself out there 100%, and this is one of the things that corporate doesn't give an opportunity for you to have, because it's rare for you to find a job that really aligns to your true strengths. When you're really giving something 100%, when you're really strong at something, it's really easy to break away from corporate. It's really easy to build that digital business out of it. So that's why I really am insisting on literally getting to help you understand what your strengths are. Because as much as someone might tell you to do copywriting, as much as someone will tell you to do web design, is it really your strong point? Is it really your strong point, or are you really leaning onto it because people are saying it's there's money there, or it's the in thing right now? Because you're getting to a point whereby your gift is what will literally propel you to a place where no one else can literally see you. You know, your gift, your strength, those are the things that you can be able to leverage in a very positive way and really break away from corporate. Because again, you're trying to look for a way that is not straining. You're trying to look for a way that is easy. And again, having the digital aspect of things, you can be able to conduct business wherever you are. So basically, as we said, breaking free was one of the key things that I was really trying to highlight when it came to the blogs that you're sending, that I had sent. And basically, it's because as much as you'd want to be free from corporate, you have to have an idea of how exactly you're going to break free. You just can't quit. Okay, some people will just quit. I don't disagree. Some people will just quit. But again, it's really crucial to actually have a plan. So my question is, what's actually holding you back? I think that's one of the key things that I really wanted you guys to get to answer while you're reading those blogs. What exactly is blocking you from moving forward and literally moving away from corporate? So just a minute. Yes. So basically, I know most of us, it's the fear of failure or judgment. It's believing you don't have enough skills or experience, or basically feeling stuck in the 9-to-5 cycle with no clear way out. I totally agree, because I was at that point where I felt stuck. I felt like I really wanted to break free from corporate, but I didn't know, if I go out of corporate, where am I going to go? Where am I going to start? But you have to change your mindset. That is something that we'll go over as we go through the slides. It's something that you have to change. You have to believe that you actually can, and you have to believe that the fact that you're working for someone else's company, you're bringing in money, you can as well do that for yourself. So how exactly can you be able to break free? As I said, number one, you have to have a mindset shift. You have to stop seeing limitation and start seeing opportunities. Let me be honest, especially when it comes to the digital space, I know many people have really jumped in and are really getting to see the benefits early as now. And for some people, it's really hard to see, because apparently it's not something that people have 100% embraced. And when you're in a corporate space, it limits you to not see like there's a future beyond that. It limits you because, again, it's taking away your time. It's taking away the time that you could actually get to build on something. And I totally agree. But you have to have that mindset shift. You have to believe that despite the 8-to-5, imagine you can, and you have to be ready to sacrifice, even if it's 1 hour early. I used to try and see whether I wake up at 4. I'd try wake up at 4. Again, it was messing up my shift, definitely. But I'd try wake up early. I'd try get to the house early and get to do something early. You have to have that mindset shift and believe that regardless of them taking you 8 hours, you can actually make something out of it. again, you have to start small. You don't have to plan and say, by tomorrow, I need to get that business already done, the foundation already done. No, you have to start small. Small, consistent steps. Just set in an hour per day, for example. Say, this is a strength I really want to focus on, and I really want to see how exactly I can monetize it. Because let me be honest, I don't believe there's anything that we have that cannot be monetized. I believe that the fact that the world has been made to be a really closed, we can literally access anyone right now. When you go to LinkedIn, when you go to TikTok, literally TikTok will push your content to people outside of your country, even sometimes. And that means that the world is now getting to a point whereby it's connecting all of us. And I don't believe that whatever you have is something that will not be needed by anyone in the entire world. It's just how we position ourselves. It's how we believe in ourselves. It's how we believe that whatever it is we have can actually be pushed on, and we can really work on it to be able to monetize on it. Again, as I mentioned, the internet is removing the barriers. We have to really be awoke when it comes to this fact. The internet is removing the barrier that once existed when it came to the market. As much as, yes, some physical businesses are working out, the world is literally shifting, and we must shift in this direction. So that's why my key is turning your strength in leveraging it to a digital business, because you can be able to sell something that you have to the world. I don't believe there's anyone here who doesn't have anything. There's always something that you can leverage on. Again, if you want to get away from the 8-to-5 system, there are two key things that you have to know. Either you go the freelancing way or the digital business ownership way. And this is one of the key things that I was really struggling with. Yes, I knew I really wanted to go off corporate, but I didn't really understand the side I wanted to be, because everyone will tell you be a freelancer, but then you don't understand that when you're a freelancer, it's you offering a skill that you know. Let's say, for example, personally, I was really good at sales. Where I used to work, I used to do technical sales mostly because my background is in science stuff. So when I'm coming out here, everyone is like, you're really good at sales, just do sales. But then this is me. I'm supposed to be pushing different brands to enhance their sales. And I'm not sure whether that gives me happiness. So when you get into freelancing, you also have to be sure that you really, because when you get into freelancing, it's not about business ownership. It's more about giving different services to enhance other businesses to grow. So you have to decide, are you in the side of freelancing or are you in the side of business ownership? Because when it comes to a business ownership, that means you really are very passionate about what you really want to get out there. You're passionate about something that you want to give to the world. And the moment you're going to mix these two, you end up confusing yourself. You don't know where to focus yourself on. And the more you don't know where to focus on, the more you're wasting more time. So this is another thing I really need you to understand. You have to understand whether you're a freelancer more or whether you believe in giving out your vision and really selling it out there. Are we together? Are we together? Please, someone. I hope you're together. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. So basically, as I said, when now we come to the part where we are looking at hidden strengths. I'm just giving a walkover of everything that we read in our blog. And as I'd mentioned, your strength is, I know it's very confusing when we are trying to identify a strength by yourself. Personally, I was really confused because my background is in science. I'm really good at sales. But then as much as I'm doing these things really well, I personally felt my happiness was not there. My satisfaction was not coming there. And if I knew very well if I settled with that, yes, I will be probably earning, but am I really happy? Am I really giving my all? Because you have to be at a space where you're ready to give your all 100%. You're not holding back, because at this point, you're able to break barriers that are, like no barrier is going to be like, you cannot, like, you'll not be in a fixed place where you can't break any barrier. No matter how many barriers come in front of you, you'll always strike. And that's the thing. When you're operating in the level of your strengths, you're always striking. You'll never like feel, you know what, I can't do this anymore. You'll always have a reason to push. You'll be like, you know what, this is my strength. I know how to do this. And I might fail today, tomorrow, but I know I can push through. So this is really key. Hidden strengths, your hidden strengths and your strength is really key. And the society may tell you this strength does not sell. Don't listen to the society. Let me tell you, out of my own research, I've realized that the world is giving us an opportunity to sell what we have. There's a point where it's coming. Yes, jobs are important. Yes, jobs are still here, but you'll have to give what you have because the world will need it at some point. So your strengths are your greatest currency. Please don't forget that. I know many people will give a lot of, focus on this. This is what is working out. Focus on this is what is bringing the money. But one thing you have to realize, when you're operating in your strength, you're happy, and that is at the level where you can push regardless of anything that comes ahead of you. So I need you to remember that your strength is your greatest currency. So too often we actually don't play our natural strengths and talents. Too often you're made to forget. And that's one thing that I didn't like about corporate in the 8-to-5 system. It puts you in this cycle where you're just there to, make sure the results are there, make sure you're pushing that vision, but you're constantly forgetting, what am I truly good at? And at some point, your inner child reminds you, and it's like, you know what, baby, we've always wanted to do this. I don't know whether you've met people, even your parents sometimes, and they tell you, even till now, I never did this, and I still feel like I wish I did it. The one thing I've realized is that, yes, you might have the stability, but at the end of the day, if you don't give your inner child the satisfaction of knowing you literally tried, you literally pushed through, then you will forever have that in your mind. You'll forever feel like, you know what, there's something I've not yet accomplished. There's something I've not yet done. And you might get as much money as possible, but as long as you're not doing something in alignment to your talents and your strengths, and mostly I focus on strength, because strength is something that no matter, even if you wake you up in the morning right now, yes, you might not be too polished to do that thing, but you will know how to maneuver. That's the point. So we must stop taking our strengths for granted, because they're actually valuable and someone might actually be needing this. And as I'm repeating again, the world is opening up. I don't believe that something that you have is something that no one will need in this world. It's just a way of how exactly you're going to package yourself, package that which you know you're strong at, and then looking for something that the world needs that is in alignment to what exactly you have. It's a matter of just bringing all those things together. And so how exactly can you be able to identify your hidden strengths? Number one, you can do the self-reflection, where you reflect, you try to think, what do people actually ask you for help with? Because this is something that you will, of course, prove to people, and you don't even know you're proving to people. You're just doing it in a very seamless manner. You're doing it in a very perfect manner that people don't actually, but that you don't realize people are actually noticing this thing. And again, as much as people may not ask you, okay, most of the times you'll notice people ask help for it, from you about it. And it might not be even now. Maybe as you grew up, or even early in your years, there's something you're doing and people are like, oh, you really do this really great. So you have to really be keen about that. Self-reflection really helps. And don't look at your strength in a matter of like, this, I've not seen anyone do this. Sorry, I've not seen anyone do this, or I've not seen anyone monetize this. No, you might as well be the first person who does it, and it will actually work, if at all you've positioned yourself in the right way. Again, feedback is really key. What do people actually compliment you for? What compliments do you actually receive? These are the key things that will actually enable you to understand where your strengths are lying, where you are literally doing these things seamlessly, and you're doing it with less effort. Again, passion meets skill. What excites you and comes effortlessly. That's one thing that you do. And then when you do it, you're excited. You always want to go to a deeper challenge as much as it's challenging. There's just that one thing that brings you the satisfaction. You really need to rely on your strengths. You really need to rely on them, especially if you want to jump out of corporate very seamlessly. I believe doing this is really, really going to be, at least, I won't say easy, I'll say better. Because when I say easy, it probably means that it will have its challenges, but it's going to be worth it. And you'll actually know that as much as you're struggling, it's going to be worth it. Again, another part that the blog was actually talking about is the monetization aspect. As much as it's your strength, now, as I said, it's how you position it. It's how you're looking at the world. It's what the world is lacking. That's exactly what we are trying to see. How can we merge these two things together? And I know it might seem like Greek, but trust you me, when we come down to now, we are looking at this strength and we are trying to look at the problems in the world. At this point in age, the world is really pushing forward ideas that are really solving problems. And this is the part where you have to align your strength to what the problem in the world is all about, and then trying to align those two. Because at this point, you're able to monetize it and you're happy doing it, and it's something that you're strong at. So that is really, I think, one of the key things that I really want to highlight. Make sure it's something that you like, it's something that you really are strong at, And it's something that you can also, now the world part is something that now you relate it, because at the end of it all, you can't start with the world and then start looking at yourself. No, it has to come from you first, and then you look outwardly to what the world has. Yes. So again, I'll just give a few opportunities for monetization that I've seen. There is coaching and consulting, and don't limit yourself to this because it's so wide and this space is growing and things are coming up, and your idea might actually be something that brings to life a digital opportunity. This is not an exclusive list. This is just a few. So there's coaching and consulting. There are digital products, ebooks, courses, templates. This is where people share whatever they know. There's freelancing and service-based businesses. But as I mentioned, you have to really be sure you want to go the freelancing way. But if you're someone who really wants to push a vision out there, you believe in something that you have, then the business way, the digital business way will actually serve you better. Again, affiliate marketing and content creation, there's much. Don't limit yourself to just this. There's much in the digital aspect of things. It's just you to try and think and try to relate and also try see what exactly people are doing out there. But again, it has to begin from you. Yes, so I think we are almost coming to the end of our slides. Basically, it's just to wind up saying how. So we are running out of time. Okay. I can see remaining minute time, 9 minutes. So I think what we'll do, if the meeting ends, kindly, please let's rejoin again. I'll start the meeting again. I hope that's okay. So that you can now have a session where now I give you guys an opportunity to probably air some views here and there. Yes. So basically, I just wanted to finish off by, again, saying Strength Up Hub is something that I built because I felt when I was leaving corporate, I didn't have someone to hold my hand. I didn't know where to start. And everyone was just telling me, you're good at this, you're good at this, do this, do this. Yes, I knew I was good. And yes, I knew I could perform in all these things. But then there was not that satisfaction that I really wanted to have. Because again, when you're coming from corporate, you're so demoralized, you're so unhappy. You really want you want work that wakes you up. You want work that you are forever feeling like, you know what, I want to wake up. I want to do this. And for me, that was why I actually built this. And I also built it because I personally, as much as I'm more in science, I know communication is something that I feel my strength is at. And so no matter what people said, I didn't believe what they said. I said, you know what, I'm going to build something that I know I can use my skill, communication, to push something out there, to inspire people. And since I also love business and understanding all these things, like all these things always come together at the same, you'll realize your experiences and everything, they will come together when you now narrow down to your strength. And then you find all these things now coming to tick that box and then building something, because that's exactly what I did with Strength Up. And for me, it's the passion to help people turn their strength into a digital business. And I believe it's possible, especially for people in corporate, because I was there, I felt it, I felt the toxicity, I felt when I was being suppressed and I knew my abilities, I felt when I was, all those things that happen in corporate. So for me, it was a call to help people transition smoothly, not have to quit immediately, because at the same time, as much as I'd want to tell you don't fear and everything, I want to promise that when you don't have rent to pay, I'll have it for you. But what I can promise you is that, you know what, I have something that I can hold your hand with, and you can do this together as you focus as well on your work, but at the same time work on your digital business by yourself. Okay, of course, me holding your hand, but your own digital business. So basically, Strength Up is here to guide you, and we offer, personally, I offer it myself, 2 programs to help you leverage your strengths. I have the Strength Up 30-day program. This is the program I created. I worked on this for months and months, for almost 6 months. So it is me putting everything I know, everything I've learned, everything I've known about transitioning and how I've equipped myself in the digital space and what I've been able to learn. And I was learning closely with people who have actually been able to leverage on the digital space and be able to make an income. So let me tell you, I think I have the best information you would need. So personally, the Strength Up 30-day program was just me giving you an opportunity to do it slowly by yourself and get to launch. In the 30 days, you're supposed to be able to launch a business, your own digital business. But as in the beginning, of course, it's up to you to narrow down, which I have provided guidance on how exactly you can narrow down to a strength, because I don't want you to focus on many things. I need you to focus on one thing that you know you're strong at. And all these other strengths that you believe you have, they will always come and join together and literally bring in something amazing. So don't feel like just because you're leaving it out, you won't need it somewhere else. I'm using sales right now. I'm using a lot of things that I knew, marketing right now. I'm using a lot of I even learned web design by myself and I'm using it right now. So all these things, you'll personally find yourself using them to push your brand out there, to push your business out there. So they will all come together, but you need to focus on just one that you know very well. If you woken up today, you can be able to literally push this thing forward. So again, Strength Up Coaching was me now giving an opportunity to people who don't want to do the program by themselves, but want me to walk that journey with them. And yeah, basically those are the two that I think I came up with, and I believe they have everything it takes to actually spearhead you to the right direction. So basically, Strength Up is all about helping you to build a strength-based digital business, and it will help you walk through creating your first offer and actually attracting clients. So this is me trying to give you not really, I'm just giving you a push and letting you believe that you can actually build a future that is aligned with you. Totally, you can. I've seen people do it and I believe it's possible. And personally, that's the journey I'm at and I'm doing it. And I don't believe that I believe that if I'm doing it, then you can. With the right guidance, with the right support, you really can. Yes, so I think that is it for me on my side. I don't know whether you guys have any questions. I see there is just 5 minutes to go. In case it ends, I think we can restart it again in case you guys have a lot of questions that you'd want to ask. But now I want to welcome the floor. I want to ask you guys to feel free. Kindly don't shy away. This is a platform I'm giving you to just air your views. Let me know what you're thinking. Let's see how things are. Yes. So anyone with anything, kindly unmute, please. Is anyone there? Ama nimekuwa nikijiongelesha?
I have a question for you.
Yes. That's Frederick.
Okay. Yeah, that is for you. Okay, I'm working in a company whereby I'm in charge of digital marketing and the head of the marketing part of it.
Okay.
But you're not given a room whereby you need to do everything by your own. Even they are going ahead using other people so that they can make sure you don't. Ni kama umepewa that role posting peke yake.
Okay. So they don't give you an opportunity to do like the whole content creation, go to the field.
Yeah, you don't need, like, it's a consultancy, like farm. So let me ask you, how can you go about whereby you need to people they are undermining you, like they are limiting everything for you, and they even gossiping because I'm the only man in the workspace. Everyone is alone, so they are discussing you. They even go ahead of like giving you those duties which are not in the contract, so that you can be feeling every day like drain. So how can you go about it? Because like when you are telling us you want us to walk through the journey together, yet we have these people who are in our lives who are like so toxic for us. Does it mean like for your program, someone has to be in employment first?
Okay. Okay, you've asked whether someone can be in employment. Okay, I think I've gotten your question, Frederick. Personally, I'd say that I was also in an environment whereby people feel you are they feel you're young and you're really outgoing and you're really getting the deals that people didn't believe you can. And I was constantly fighting for opportunities. I was not handed opportunities as I'd wished. But before I actually got to lose that job, I had stopped trying to prove anyone anything. I was getting to a point where, you know what, I was like, I'm done with this. Let me use this energy to focus on starting my own thing. This is how I approached it. And you don't have to, of course, if you want to join my program, you do not have to be working for you to. I'm just, what I realized is that most of the people who wanted to jump are people already engaged. So personally, I know how it feels to be engaged. You want to jump, you don't know how to jump, you don't have the time. And this is the reason why I personally, I'm saying about the aspect of being able to balance. But I'm not saying that it does not, it's not for those who are not in employment. No, you can do it regardless. It's just that even if you're in employment, I'm just trying to encourage that you can be able to. But for the people who are undermining you and everything, I have met those people. I know them very well. And one thing I can tell you is to release your energy from that place. As much as I'd want you to learn, definitely there. Can we rejoin this meeting? I can see it's 1 minute. What do you guys think? So that I can finish answering this question.
It's okay.
Is it okay? I hope it's okay with everyone. Immediately it ends, let's just I'll rejoin. I'll restart it again. So you can rejoin.
It's okay.
Yes. Okay. Hmm.